Hello, Paul here with Good Works Woodworking. This is a service project from the Boomers Ministry at Fellowship Bible Church here in Brentwood. And today we were making Good Works Woodworking. We were making these back scratchers. It's kind of hard to get it in the field here, but you see it's got a hole in the end, and it's long, slender piece of wood that has a little curve at the end. And this is ideal for scratching your back. Yes, I'll demonstrate. Sorry, a little gratuitous back scratching. It does feel good. And for putting your shoes on. So a lot of times it's tough to bend all the way over to put your shoes on, and you can get it from long distance here without as much pain and strain. I don't use it for that, but I will someday, I'm sure. So we had an amazing day today. I'll show you some of the pictures here. So here we have the team that came out today. I'm on the left, and that's David in the middle, and that's Jim on the right. And we had an incredible time today. We had been searching and praying for a present for the residence where my father was at assisted living for about 6 years. And so we have a special relationship with American House. And over the years, my father would get presents at Christmas from local churches and volunteers. And my father had diabetes, and invariably he would get all sorts of candy and cookies and stuff. And that was a bit unfortunate because that's not what he needed. And it's tough for people to understand that, elderly people struggle with health issues. Alzheimer's is considered type 3 diabetes, and my father had type 2 diabetes, and a lot of the people, there's sort of an underground, a lot of the people there also do, and there was a bit of an underground, they would pass candy around and cookies around, and there were a lot of naughty elderly people there. But that's a side issue. But we thought, my wife decided to research the issue and find out what would be good for elderly people. And so what would be a good present? And the back scratcher came up as one of the best presents. So I said, hey, we can make that in our woodworking shop. And I have a sawmill. It's www.nashvillewood.com, and we can donate the wood pretty easily. And it's because it's not much wood. It's just a little bit of wood because they're small, and you cut. With one board you can cut, a lot of these. And so this is one of my favorite kinds of wood. You notice it's very yellow, and it's Osage orange, and it's very flexible. I won't demonstrate too rigorously, but it's really good for chin-up bars, and the Osage Indians would make bows out of it. I'll try to get in there. They'd make bows out of it for their bows and arrows, and it makes amazing archery bows. It's very heavy. It's the hardest wood in North America, and it's in the mulberry family, and it grows like crazy, and it has 6 names, and I won't try to tell you all of them, but hedge is one of them, bodock is another, and so it's you can bury it underground and it'll last for 100 years. It's just a stupendous wood, and it's one of my favorites. It's sort of a replacement for metal. If you need a part and you don't want to use metal, you can use Osage. It's pretty amazing. So we decided we needed about 40 of these, and so we went to work today. I guess we started at about 11 and we finished around 1, maybe 2 hours with the group of us, the 3 of us, and we were very blessed. There was minimal bloodshed. I get a little cut on my hand, and I think Dave skinned a knuckle on the sanding machine. I don't know if Jim sustained any injuries, but we're all hard of hearing, which is a blessing because they just turned off their hearing aids, and I had my earmuffs on, and so we were quite in our element, and we read lips. That was pretty funny. A lot of good laughs about that. and that was fun. So I'll just go through the process. This is for the wood geeks, but you might be. I'll make it quick. So the next slide is let's see. That's a better view of the back scratcher / shoehorn, and you see how it's got a bend in it, and I'll show you how we did that. So the first thing we do is it comes off the sawmill, and there's a board, and we have to put a straight edge on it. And so I use that little board there. I guess I have to use the mouse. Yeah, right there as to set the thickness in here for the table saw. And then it goes to this machine and gets a straight edge back to the table saw, and we cut it all in strips. And then it gets chopped up into, on this machine, it gets cut this way. You see that? Yeah. It gets cut this way in lengths. And they're random lengths between like 16 and 20 inches. And then it goes through this machine and gets gets all the saw marks off the face. And then we put a hole in the end right here, and there's a little leather strap that's going to go in there. So that's the drill press. And this is Jim and Dave working. Jim is putting mineral oil on them to it makes them really pretty. And then Dave is sanding, and then these guys are nose down, no nonsense, just working right through it. And wow, they can put out a lot of work. And then this is another shot. That's the sanding machine. It's a big upright sander here. And then that's Jim on the drill press putting the holes in. And you can see we hardly have any pieces made at that point. That was at the beginning. But they really started coming in fast and furious. And I think I had the table saw apart right there. I was putting a new blade on it because this wood is so hard that the blades, if they get a little bit dull, they'll smoke. So I put a new blade on, and off we went. And then that's the leather we put around that. We'll put a little leather thing in the hole here to hang it. And yep, and there's some. So the brown ones are walnut, American black walnut, and then the yellow ones here, they're the Osage orange. And I just think they're so beautiful. And we got a little touch-up sanding to do, like right here and stuff. But we'll do that in the final quality control. And we got a couple lines right here that we'll need to get out. There's another shot of them. And then they just started to multiply. They seem to just be coming out of the woodwork, as they say. So there's these are piles of 10. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10 piles of 10. Did I count that right? Yeah, there's about 10 piles of 10. There might have, yeah. And, and that's a boot remover, but we, that's another little gizmo we make. But yeah, so, and this is how we bend the wood. So I heat the water up right here, and I put these, I dip them in, the end that's going to be bent. And they boil, and I let them boil in there for a while. And then I bend it over the counter, over the edge right here. You can see in the lower right here. I don't know if you can see that. No, it's behind my head. But behind my head is an edge on the counter, and I bend it on that, and then I put it in the water, and this sink is full of water, and I put it in there. And now don't worry, I don't eat out of this kitchen. This is my wood shop kitchen. So in case you're thinking that my wife takes care of the one in the house, so don't worry about me. And the water looks chocolate brown because of the walnut. So, yeah, and then, so I think that's the last slide. And yeah, so we will be out there next Saturday on November 30th if you want to come out and experience the joy. We'll be finishing these up. There's still quite a bit of work to do. Just, quality control touch up, a little sanding, that kind of thing. And we have some other ideas for presents that I put in the last video. There's a grow stick for measuring kids' height. You put it on your head, and you put it on their heads, and draw a line on the wall if you're into that. And there's a video about that if you want to see that. But we'll finish up these back scratcher / shoehorns next Saturday, November 30th. At 11 a.m. and I can give you the address if you message me. And yeah, so thanks for watching our video, and thanks to all the boomers who thought it'd be a great idea to do this. And a lot of the guys are out of town this time of year, but we had three of us there, and look what God has done. So it's amazing. All the equipment worked, and we stayed reasonably unscathed. And so we're grateful and thankful. And I think the folks at American House, the residents there, will really enjoy these. I think it'll be a good practical gift for them. So yeah. So thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you around the wood shop. Bye-bye.